All right, I am back for a review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 9, Episode 13, If These Woods Could Talk, and they were talking a lot tonight. So let's just get into it. We are at the part where they are at the glamping trip, and it's so funny because Phaedra says, well, I only have rooms for 6 people, which was low-key shade hashtag that I said on Twitter. No one asked you to invite anybody. So she was saying pretty much whoever brought a +1, y'all can room with them. And Marlo decides to let us know that she got gastrointestinal issues. Girl, if you are busy pooting and farting and stuff, why are you coming on a trip with people? Yuck. Anyway, so Lauren decides to stir the pot while they're sitting around asking what happened between Marlo and Kenya. Now, Marlo was being messy and she was just being downright nasty. And for someone who thinks she has class with this Ask Marlo thing, she does not have good etiquette. But Marlo doesn't really come up with a good reason why her and Kenya are at outs, other than what we already know, that she wasn't invited to the housewarming and she wasn't invited to Kenya's birthday party. And then, she starts bringing up, she bringing up Kenya's mom, like what kind of, if your own mama doesn't want to do anything with you. And I'm like, I hope you guys followed me on Twitter tonight, because Twitter, I was on a rampage because I'm thinking, okay, Marlo, you are about a season and 2 behind everybody. You think you're such a trendsetter. Can you come up with something better than talking about Kenya's mama? Like, everybody was looking at you like disgusted, and I'm glad that Kenya didn't give it any energy, because I'm not someone that has the quick comeback, but really, Marlo, that's the best you could come up with? It's like, it's not even low-hanging fruit. It's old fruit on the ground, rotted. You decided to pick it up and talk about it. That's how I felt her bringing up Kenya's mom was really. It wasn't a read. It wasn't a low-hanging read. It was just stupid. So it was outdated, delayed, and you're supposed to be a trendsetter. But okay, Marlo. So these girls. Now, Cynthia made a comment about camping being white, and I took offense to that because I happen to love camping, and I have gone camping a lot with my friends, and of course my boys were in the Boy Scouts, so we did camping. Here we go saying one thing's white, one thing's black. I mean, there are black people that go camping, Cynthia, and for someone who's got a lake house and going to be around a whole bunch of dirt, you really didn't need to make that comment. But these girls are just whining and whining and whining. Ugh, they were making my head hurt. So they can't handle all the dirt, can't handle all the nature, they can't handle the bad phone reception. And once again, I don't know, but I heard camel toe at least 5 times in a 2-minute conversation. I don't understand that, and I don't understand why Phaedra was asking, well, when they had the Ask Marlo part, and Phaedra's asking what's in fashion other than the camel toe. I don't understand that, but I'm gonna move on. So the next they're having breakfast, and Phaedra's divorce pops up, asking about it, and she's saying it's almost done. And then Candy decides to take a page from Mama Joyce, because you remember when Mama Joyce was all cloak and dagger and Inspector Gadget looking, and telling Candy that she found out that if you could get a divorce in like 30 days if you had someone in jail. So Phaedra was like, no, it's not like that. So Portia decided to interject and help a girlfriend, clarify that Apollo was contesting the divorce, and that's why it was taking so long. And I told you, I said it on Twitter, and I've said it before, Portia, Phaedra is not your friend, because when you see this on the replay, how she was talking bad about you, she was saying about, oh, well, Portia didn't go to law school, and I think that I'm more than capable of talking about the ins and outs, but I'm so glad she's reading. Portia, Shamia told you that Phaedra is not your friend. I hope you know this, and you'll find out more that she is not your friend. So I thought that was low down and dirty. So I was just thinking, why are you standing up for Phaedra in all these other episodes? And Phaedra is not really nice to you. But okay. So they're out in the lake and they're going to go in the water in the paddle boat. Sheree is the biggest whiner of them all. She can't handle the water. She can't handle the swampy water. She thinks she's going to get a yeast infection, pink eye, malaria. She thinks all this is going to happen. And isn't this like the historical park in Georgia? Anyway, her theatrics was really annoying me. But I was thinking to myself, you have all the problems with all the swampy water, but Bob is sweating. Maybe it's because it's sweat, and it's not the swampy water or something. I really didn't understand. He was really overreacting, Sheree. I didn't understand all that, but okay. So they were trying to have a little fun doing the free fall. Kenya goes first, and then Marla goes, Candy goes, and then Portia, she goes down the free fall like a stunt woman on an action show, and when she landed, she she started crying, and I'm like that too. I'll try something and then I'll get overwhelmed, and my first emotion is to burst out in tears. So I understood what you was going through, Portia. I really, really did. So it was nice that, I forgot to say, while Phaedra was talking about her divorce, Cynthia was talking about her divorce and that, it's coming to a close, and Peter's decided not to come, and she's feeling some kind of way about, she's thinking that, they at least deserve their, last goodbye. Last goodbye, huh? We've been watching this trailer. Peter isn't going anywhere. Y'all trying to pull a Nene and Greg. So there isn't a last goodbye, but okay. You're going to keep feeding this. Keep feeding that to us. Okay. So Kenya's setting up the dinner. You all know it's a recipe for disaster anytime there's a group dinner with the ladies. So, Sheree is chomping at the bit about having all this lesbian rumors. And she just says, but I'm gonna maintain composure. But oh no, don't worry. Your wingman Marlo's got you. She's got you covered. So while they're eating, they're talking. They have a good little conversation. During the time, Kenya brings up, I don't want to rehash what happened, but there's a difference between hurting someone unintentionally and, making a point to hurt someone. She goes, I did not intentionally mean to hurt you by that, but I'm sorry. And I thought that was very kind of Kenya, because truth be told, she didn't have to say anything. She didn't have to apologize to Marlo. But, Kenya's has risen above it. And so, that was very good. And Marlo says, well, I'm very sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. I was hurt, so I just wanted to hurt you. And she says, and I forgive you. She's like, but I'm going to have caution. So it was like a backhanded thing. And I'm just over Marlo. Frankly, I used to think Marlo would be a good asset, but I don't like Marlo. So Marlo decides that, I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room. I think people are fake. And there's a rumor going around that someone's a lesbian. So here we go. So everybody's like, who said that? And so Sheree calls Portia out. And Portia says she didn't remember. Now, I'm going to say, I understand kind of why Portia doesn't remember, because she made a good point. I didn't realize that every time we were going to sit around with Sheree, she was going to take a log of what everyone says. Well, because she's the bone collector and the bone carrier, she has to make mental notes of these things, because you can't carry a bone if you don't have bones to carry. But I understand what Portia is saying in one way, that, you know, I don't remember everything that I said or everything that I say. And that would be true. However, we've seen in the last couple of episodes when your name is brought up, especially like with Shamia, and she's like, I don't remember. So I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to ride for Portia on this, because I don't remember everything I say to people, and I definitely don't expect to have a recorder who's supposedly an associate of mine to keep hashing up and throwing stuff out that I've said. So I don't know. I'm on the fence with that. But here we go. So she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And, you know, if you want to talk about my stuff, I'm going to talk about your stuff. Or you don't know my business and I know your business. And someone says they don't know their business, but the other person said they know their business. And they were going back and forth. And then Portia drug Phaedra in it. And my head was hurting. Anyway, everybody going back and forth was making my head hurt. So you think it's over, right? Because it actually kind of diffused, and Candy's like, listen, I'm not a lesbian. And she's like, I have tried the lady pond. Now, how much of the lady pond she's been in, we don't know. She didn't go into detail. We don't know if she dipped her toe in the lady pond. We don't know if she swam in the lady pond, if she waded in the water in the lady pond. We don't know. Although she did say that she had been in the lady pond. And that's it. And that she is very happy with her husband and all his man parts. And that's it. And you think it's over, right? You think it's over. And it's not. So everybody's going back in their rooms and everybody's in their own thing. And Marlo's like, aren't you feeling better that I brought it up for you? And Sheree's like, well, I don't want everybody to think I'm messy. I'm the messy one. Sheree, everybody already knew you were the messy one. Everybody had already deemed you the messy boots of the group, at least for this season. So, you know, last season or so, Cynthia was the bone carrier. Now you the bone carrier, but you're a much better bone carrier than Cynthia was. Cynthia was the very reluctant bone carrier, and everybody would look at her like, spit it out. I mean, if you're going to carry the bone and drop the bone on somebody's doorstep, at least do it with some finesse. Sheree is much better at being the bone carrier. Let's just put it that way. So Candy is sitting there. I think she's with Cynthia. I don't know who else she was with. Oh, maybe Kenya was there. But anyway, so Candy decides to say, oh, and did you notice Candy is wearing the Arizona tea design? Is that a new thing? Because Phaedra had that dress, and I was like, what does it remind me of? And it reminds me of the design of the Arizona tea. Now Candy has it in her pajama print. It's Arizona tea. I guess it's a new thing, and I had no idea. But she's telling everyone that Portia is an aggressive lesbian when she drinks. And all I could think of, is, ooh, I'm waiting for Shawn Bradley to talk about this. She has come a long way, coming from the pulpit to the lady pond. Because Candy is like, listen, I know things, and if you want to go there, we can go there. But Portia said the same thing too. But see, no one's thinking anything about Candy. I mean, nobody's thinking, I mean, if Candy did it, so what? Actually, nobody cares if Portia did it. But the fact that everybody's kind of being a little hush-hush about it, but I'm with Portia. I don't want anyone talking about my business if I didn't bring it up or bring it out. So I think I would feel some kind of way about it too. Like, why are we talking about me? I think I would feel some kind of way. But nothing is sacred or secret in this group. So are we surprised that anyone brings up anything about anyone's business at this point? So yeah, that is the end of the episode. It was really quick. And if I forgot anything, leave it in the comments. That's what I have for Real Housewives of Atlanta. And this was a very hard episode to do because I was trying to watch Beyonce, and right when it was over, Bruno Mars was on. I'm not going to review the Grammys, but I'm just a little distracted watching it. It looks like it's okay. So yeah, next week should be really good. I'm waiting for Candy to pop off and take some folks down, even though that won't happen, but it'll be fun to see her get mad. So that is all I have for now. Take care of yourself and each other, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.